Hey, Kevin Runlet with Runlet Law Firm. Today I want to talk to you about what has to be proven in a personal injury case before you can be successful or your attorney can be successful. So there's many different types of personal injury cases. There's slip and falls, there's car wrecks, there's 18-wheeler accidents, dog bites, medical malpractice. And the law is intricate in some of these areas. And there are differences in the different areas, different things that have to be proven. But I want to talk about just generally with a personal injury, what are the main elements that your attorney is going to have to prove? Because you're going to have to help your attorney if you're in this situation with gathering the proof so it can be presented. And this needs to be presented whether the case is settled or whether it goes the full distance to a jury trial. So the first thing that has to be proven is that there was an injury. Obviously, it can be proven by medical bills, medical records, testimony of the plaintiff. That would be the person your attorney's representing. That's you, the injured party. So that's a pretty easy one to prove. There either are injuries or there are not. Now, some injuries can get a little bit more technical. For instance, there are psychological injuries. And medical records are very important for proof of those types of things. So the first thing that has to be proven is that there's an injury. The next thing that has to be proven is that someone else was negligent in causing those injuries. So what is negligence? Basically, our court systems in the state of Mississippi use a reasonable person standard, meaning that a jury would be instructed, you're going to have to find whether there was negligence or not. And the way you're going to do this is what would a reasonable person have done in a similar situation. So that's kind of where your mind needs to be as far as what negligence is. I like to say it's someone doing something stupid. A good example of this would be someone driving down the road and texting while they're driving, distracted, causes an accident. That would be negligence. If someone were drinking and driving, intoxicated, that would be negligence. So those are a couple of examples. So the first thing you have to prove is an injury. The second thing you have to prove is that there was negligence involved by the defendant. That's the person that's being sued, or the insurance company is really who you're going after, not the individual. So the third thing you have to prove are actual damages. It can't be just he wronged me and ran me off the road, but my car wasn't damaged. I didn't have any injuries, but I'm mad, so I'm going to sue him. That's not a case that's going to fly in our court systems. There has to be actual damages. Now, there's different categories of damages. You know, it goes back to the injury. The injuries and the medical bills for past medicals, future medicals. That's one element of damages. Another element of damages could be pain and suffering. Actually, in a civil case in the state of Mississippi, a jury is allowed to consider paying money to try to make up for whatever pain and suffering that a person has been through because of the accident. Another thing would be lost enjoyment of certain activities in life. A good example of this would be someone who enjoys going to the hunting woods in the fall, hunting deer, climbing a tree stand and walking to the stand and walking back. If they're injured and they can't do that anymore, then they've lost that opportunity in life because someone else did something stupid and hurt them. So those are the three big things that you have to prove. Of course, there are other things involved. Every case is different. Every fact situation is different, and every type of personal injury case has some nuances that will have to be considered by your attorney. So if you have an injury, or if you know someone that has an injury or has questions about this and how it works in our legal system, please feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to help. And if you like these videos, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe and like button below, and we'd love to hear from you.